We've all been there, sitting in the dressing room trying to get our shin pads to stay in place. A lot of the options include tape or wrap, and honestly, they can be a bit of a hassle.
Now, apparently, the game has changed. It's called Light Guard, and it's gonna completely revolutionize the way you think about shin pads and socks. And today, of course, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about it. The Light Guard Performance Pack Shins and Sock features a compression sock here with an extra bit of compression around the Achilles tendon in order to give you a faster recovery time and thus less fatigued, tired and heavy legs. And also it features these non-slip grip dots on the outside of the underside of the sock to prevent your foot from moving inside of the boot, like we know from other grip socks. Now, your 80 euros for the performance set also buys you a pair of shin pads, but they're not any shin pads out there, no. These are moldable pads that you can actually slap in boiling water, then put on your leg where they will mold and shape themselves into a 100% perfect fit made just for you. And after that, you will take your newly customized shin pad and slap it inside the pocket on the compression sock to keep it in place when you move around at all times.
The thing that's always a pitfall here is how difficult it is to do on your own, and Light Guard does require some work to get you started. Thankfully, they've made some instructional videos themselves showing you how you can even cut your shin pads if you want to, but the most important thing is molding them.
You basically take the shin pad and then you place it one at a time in a tray and cover it fully, and that's important, with boiling water. It has to be completely submerged in the boiling water. Then you take a fork and you basically keep the shin pad in motion until it is completely translucent. That is going to take you about 45 seconds to a minute. Then, when you can see that it's completely translucent, you take it up with the fork holding it on the upper edge, and then you put it on your leg within no more than 4 seconds. This is very important. And once it is on your leg, be careful, it's very, very hot. You gotta make sure that you gently push the corners to help the shin pad go as close to your leg as humanly possible. But it's also very important that you don't stretch the shin pad because that's gonna destabilize the material and make it considerably weaker, and you don't want that. Then you just basically have to find the perfect shape on your shin here and then wait for the shin pad to cool down and become fully white again. And that means more waiting time for about 5 to 7 minutes. So after that little break, the shin pad is now done. As you can see, it's back to being fully white here, and you can see it's nicely taken the shape of my leg, hairs and all included. But the important part is that you're now done forming your perfect shin pad. And what you can do here is you pull up your sock and then basically you put the shin pad in the little pocket here, which is difficult the first couple of times you do it. Just get it down there in place, pull up the sock, get the pad in place, and you're ready to go and play football. But if you figured, hey, I'm not 100% satisfied with the shape of my shin pad, what can I do? Well, you can actually take it, slap it back into the boiling water, and repeat the whole process until you're happy. See, that, ladies and gentlemen, is innovation.
The big question though is if it's worth the hassle, and the short answer to that question is yes. Yes, it is.
Because when you use the system with the personalized shin pad and the sock, it all just feels great. The sock is very nice, has this extremely premium tight sensation to it, and the grip dots, well, they do their jobs okay, I would say. It's not the best grip sock on the market, but it does a good job. And I particularly enjoyed the compression around the Achilles, because wearing a Light Guard sock on one leg and a normal sock on the other, I felt a little bit less tender and sore and fatigued in my Achilles, which I have a tendency to do, compared to the normal sock. So it's no game changer, but definitely a nice little feature. The shin pad itself is nice and light, and more importantly, it stays really well in place inside the pocket in the sock, more or less flawlessly, where it doesn't move too much around or slide down because the pocket ends here. And apart from that, it feels fairly protective whenever I've been tackled, and actually reminds me a lot of any other standard plastic shin guard out there, although I would have liked a little bit of padding on the backside for extra comfort. But then on the other hand, you wouldn't be able to mold it to your leg now, would you? Apart from that, I actually rate this pretty highly because it does the job, and also it's shaped exactly for my leg.
The thing is that it comes at a cost, and the light guard experience will set you back 80 euros. But is it worth paying that much for a shin pad?
Well, it depends on what you want. If the socks match those of your team and you can use them in a match, well, it's definitely worth the money because it simply just works and is that extra level of comfort, plus you get a product that you can use for years and years. However, if you for some reason can't use the socks, then the shin pads themselves do start to look a little bit expensive. However, there's no doubt it's a very good product, but there's also no doubt that this is clearly aimed at people who want to invest a little bit of time and especially money into upping their lower leg gear game to the next level by getting the perfect fitting shin pad and a very nice performing sock. Plus, of course, never having to buy tape ever again. So, this might not be as grab and go as the G-Form Pluses or as protective as the indestructible C6 Agility shin pads, but if you want the perfect fit and a very good shin pad sock combination, it honestly doesn't get much better than this. And 80 euros lasting you a good long while, I mean, it's not too bad. So I like it, but an equally as important verdict is what you guys say. So what do you think? Is light guard worth your time? Well, you should let us know in the comment section right down below. And if you want to try this out for yourself, you know where to buy it from our website if you click the link right over there. What you should also go and do is subscribe to the channel with the little notifications bell button clicked on, because not only is it gonna make us super happy, you're also gonna see all our latest videos the second they launch. And the last thing you should do after watching this video is to go learn some really sick skills with a football by clicking the playlist right down there. With that said, guys, I'm signing off. Cheerio.